Hi, and welcome to my channel, Mystic Mem Tarot. I hope you're all having a lovely day today. This reading that I'm about to do is for you, Divine Feminine. We will get a lot of different messages from your narcissistic ex. We will conclude the reading with songs too from my new song deck. Please note that this is a general reading, not a personal one. So every card will not resonate with your situation. Please take those cards that do and leave out the ones that don't. This reading is suitable for either a divine feminine or a divine masculine because there is no gender in tarot. Now let's begin. What would your narcissistic ex like to say to you today, divine feminine? Finding out that I was down low was such a shock to you, Divine Feminine. You couldn't believe it. It appears that you had to put the pieces of the puzzle together regarding me and what I was into, what I was doing, who I was seeing, and the way I led my life. Once you finished putting that puzzle together, using tarot to do so, you walked right out of my life. I ran back to a toxic karmic ex of mine that I refused to let go of. Divine Feminine, you treated me like gold. The problem was that I couldn't appreciate it at the time. I was like a little boy, immature, creating competitions between lovers, drinking crazy amounts of alcohol, and experimenting with different drugs and sex. I found some recent pics of you online and you are looking smoking hot, Divine Feminine. My karma is extremely bad because I broke the heart of a chosen one. You finally came to the realization that you couldn't win with me or build with me any longer. I was flighty, I was bringing you down, I was shifty and shady, I was taking and never giving anything, and I was turning your world upside down. I am sure that one of the things you struggle to understand is why I hurt you so much when you did nothing whatsoever to hurt me. Some of us masculines are in trouble with the law and have a warrant out for our arrest. Others of us are already in jail serving our sentence. Others of us have a long rap sheet with all different charges. We are dangerous. Thank your lucky stars that you got away from me unscathed, Divine Feminine. I was always sneaky, cunning, and you knew that I was such a snake. I denied everything that you accused me of when you were right the entire time. For some of you DFs, the karmic that I am now with is someone that you worked with or were friends with in the past. I know you have had to go within and heal from the abuse that I put you through. I used to ruin special occasions like birthdays, Christmas, and Mother's Day. I was the thief of joy in your life. I will do anything for attention, as you know. I love to be the life of the party. The truth always comes out in the end. I couldn't hide my Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde behavior forever, you know. In some cases, I went off to build with a karmic who already had kids. I look after her kids now, but not the kids that you and I share together, dear. I left you to fend for yourself and the kids, not just you when I left. Some of you were left homeless. I was so selfish that I preferred to stay on my laptop all night rather than spend any time with you. For those of you who had kids with me, I did everything I possibly could to turn them against you. It didn't work though because the kids really love you, dear. I detest the way that the children we had together now see straight through me and are woken to the hell on earth that I put their mother through. For those of you who divorced me, I tried every way possible to avoid child support payments. I hid money, I left the country, I quit my job, or I lied to child support by underestimating my income. In the cases where we ended up divorced, I convinced everyone around me who would listen what a terrible person you were. I also told everyone what a selfish mother you were and that you put your needs before the children's needs. I presume a lot of you DFs miss me still because I know that your love for me was genuine and unconditional. Or others of you might miss how things were in the beginning with me, when I hid behind a mask and appeared to be the man of your dreams. I punished you when you went against me in any way. This house that I live in with this karmic is trashed. She sits on her butt drinking all day and gossiping to her friends on the phone. She wouldn't even know the meaning of housework, cooking, cleaning, or washing. I have stayed awake at night thinking about you. I have always wondered if you would ever come back to me again, dear. I criticised the way you dressed, and for some of you DFs, even made jokes about your weight. I know you feel I deserve everything that I get after the suffering that I inflicted upon you. I tried to prove to you that I could get an upgrade on you. However, it blew up in my face, and now I have a witch as my other half. Some of you DFs feel ganged up on by both the karmic and I. We were a team working against you. You stayed single, so you felt so alone at times, I imagine. It was 2 against 1. I kept going between you and the karmic from my past. My temper is explosive. I abandoned you when you needed me the most, Divine Feminine. You wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole ever again. You are now aware that I have reckless, unprotected sex out in the streets. When I put others down, it makes me feel so much better about myself. I was and still am a pathological liar. I even believe my own lies. I couldn't be loyal or faithful if I tried. I go around hurting people, then I play the victim when they leave me. I am naturally a chaotic, dysfunctional person. I told our children so many lies about you and what you were like. I wanted them to side with me and not you. They didn't though. They have witnessed me doing nasty things that no child should ever have to witness in their life. I hated that you began to trust your intuition in the end and see me for the devil that I am. Then you detached slowly from me. God gave you to me as a blessing, and I stomped all over you. I used your healing energy for the longest time. Throughout my life, I have hurt many people that loved me. I am a saboteur. I deliberately destroy things and people. You were the good woman with the big heart who was behind me, supporting me the whole time. I could never admit that to you though. For those of you who have children with me, I couldn't even respect you as the mother of my children. If you thought that we fought a lot, you should see how she and I fight. We are so not compatible together. You loved me genuinely, and I threw you away like you were a piece of trash. I have always been on the childish side, and I also love to chase thrills. All I gave you was breadcrumbs, inconsistency, lies, and mind games. I kicked my divine soulmate to the curb to then invest in a karmic. I slandered your name and assassinated your character after we broke up. I did my best to make you look crazy and delusional to others. I play mind games on the karmic, just how I did with you. I praise your unconditional love, plus tell her you have everything going for you and she has nothing going for her. I have caused her sleepless nights, anxiety, worry, depression, and she is overly jealous too. I am so mean, aren't I? For your information, that greener grass I went to wasn't so green after all. I don't think that I should have to take accountability for any of my terrible choices. It is my life and I will live it the way I want to. I know that I must have scarred you deeply because a lot of you DFs remain single to this day. You didn't know if you were coming or going with me when I was in your life. I chose a Jezebel, and now I am feeling the consequences of doing so. The two of us are perfectly matched. We are both sick in the head, both have drug and alcohol problems, both have sex addictions, and we both hurt innocent people for our own personal gain. I had a love-hate relationship with you. I cheated, and not once did I feel any guilt about it whatsoever. I wouldn't change my ways for anyone. I am too stubborn, and I'm fake. I did you dirty, and we both know that. I treated you like you were mediocre. I played with your feelings constantly. It was a game for me to have you feeling mixed up, confused, and always in your head worrying. For some of you, it felt like a parent-child dynamic where I was the parent who made the decisions and you were the child who did what they were told to do. Some of you were so shocked at the height of me having a karmic on the side. You walked away and divorced me. For some of you divine feminines, I am bisexual. I am so greedy that I need to be with men as well as women. It is like I have twice the options and twice the fun. You are an empath, and that's why you attracted me in the first place. I knew how loving, caring, and sweet you really were. For a minority of UDFs, you have come to the conclusion that I am a demon. You have even witnessed my eyes turning black when I went into a fit of rage. I got nastier and even violent the more alcohol that I consumed. I jumped into a relationship so that people would think that you were the problem all along. Now I have an even bigger problem on my hands dealing with this karmic. I criticized everything you did, whether that be cleaning, washing, how you spent money, and even how you cooked. For those of you that had kids with me, I criticized your parenting skills constantly. I was actually jealous of the bond that you had with our children. I sometimes gave you the silent treatment for hours or even days in some cases. I am a player, and at times I rubbed it in your face that I was seeing women and men behind your back. I did this so that you would feel unworthy. I was so stingy with my love, time, money, affection, and my energy. I have been feeling extremely paranoid recently. For a minority of you DFs, I fought you through the courts. I wanted custody of the children and all of my assets. I knew the best way to hurt you was by trying to take away the thing that you love the most, your children. I still keep my eye on you, believe it or not. I stalk you on your platforms if you have any. For example, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. It's like I don't want you, but I don't want anyone else to have you either. When we would get along, you would open your heart and tell me everything that was on your mind. You thought I was supportive. However, the next time I got in a bad mood, I would throw it all up in your face and use your confessions against you and make you feel worthless and bad about yourself. In the beginning, you were so naive and gullible. You believed every single word that came out of my mouth. It was easy to mold you into who I wanted you to be. You were madly in love with me. In the end, though, you had me all figured out. You knew that staying with me was affecting your health. I told you I loved you while hurting your soul and breaking your heart. That was emotional and psychological abuse. Here are some of the things I did to you which proved that I was a narcissist. I love bombed you. I held grudges. I controlled you. I used triangulation. I treated you like you were a child. I was impossible to please. I called you names and put you down. I never seemed happy with my life. I treated you like you were an object. I isolated you, and you were gaslit by me. In order to get yourself out of this toxic trauma bond, you had to set boundaries. You had to be firm and consistent with your boundaries too. You had to stop engaging in my games. You had to stop involving yourself in my drama and chaos. You had to practice self-care. You had to prioritize your own needs and take care of yourself. You did this by getting good sleep, getting closer to spirit, and engaging in people and things that brought you joy once again. Every single decision we make in our lives has consequences. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't aware of this. when I made the horrible decision to choose the karmic and not you. Your success makes me feel so small now. You are avoiding me because I messed with your head and said things to upset you. I wanted you to make me a priority, but wouldn't do the same for you. I wouldn't apologize either. I am aware that you are receiving justice now because all you did was love me. I was the one who was sneaky, cunning, and immature, and I chose not to cooperate with you. I prefer to have multiple options, but it always manages to get me into trouble. This is because I lie to and deceive all of them, and then they eventually start to catch on to my lies. It is a difficult balancing act. I betrayed you, I backstabbed you, I juggled you, and I rejected you, Divine Feminine. DF, you have enemies because of me. I was pillow talking about you to others. Now they are all sending you the evil eye. I had little concern for your feelings or your needs. You mastered survivor mode with me around. It seems as though you feel it is time to really live now. You always said that something didn't feel right when it came to me. I know that it is very unlikely that you would ever take me back after the betrayal of me choosing the karmic over you. DF, nobody gets angrier than a narcissist being accused of something they actually did. I am a drama magnet. I feed off gossip and drama. Drama seems to follow me because I am the one always creating it. You are not about to give me another chance to break your heart, keep your life in a turbulent state, or try and fool you again with my trickster ways. I constantly compare the karmic to you. I can't help doing this. She could never walk in your shoes ever, DF. I have praised you so much that it has made her unstable, because it was when you were gone that I truly realized what I had lost. I created a competition between you both. You had a realization that you just couldn't heal someone who wasn't interested in being healed, full stop. I tend to chase thrills and I have way too many one-night stands. Sometimes men don't leave the woman directly. Instead, they treat you like dirt until you leave them and then blame you. This is what happened between us. I am having vivid nightmares about you and the betrayal. I can't move forward for some reason, so now I am living in the past. I have done the most to make you jealous, but none of it has worked. You are unfazed and unbothered, and that makes me even more upset and frustrated. Being a narcissist, I am a very greedy and needy person. I needed your energy, and that's why you felt so exhausted around me. When I left your life, you felt a weight off your shoulders, and your vitality returned to you. You felt strong and active once again. I didn't defeat you at all. You gave your worries, concerns, and your broken heart to God to fix. Your attitude now is that you have already done your healing So now I should go and do mine. I made you feel like you were unimportant and like you were disturbing me and also a pain to me. Spirit is hitting me in my pockets. My karma for hurting an earth angel, you, is to be broke. In this relationship with me, your love, loyalty, kindness and faithfulness was repaid with betrayal, anger, devaluation and hatred. Literally, the better you were to me, the worse I was to you. I am very scared of your ancestors. They saw everything that I did behind the scenes, and they are making me pay for it here in the 3D. This is the end of part 1. I will see you all in part 2.